And there you see the team captains. They are standing with the officials for tonight's match. The referee, Dan Benson, this evening, joined by James Weissman, Roberto Perez, and Claire Martinez in the yellow shirts, and they're in their home blue shirts. The club from Chattanooga, as they try to get back on the winning track here. Winning 3 matches ago and then struggling in the last 2 against really quality competition, including a run-in with Alabama FC. One of the better clubs in this league by far, a club that is loaded, the Alabama FC, with players from the SEC and also from the Sun Belt Conference, as they had players from a lot of different Division I colleges. We mentioned the youth of the team tonight, the Tennessee Force, a club that has high school players that are mingled in with collegiate players. We'll see some players from Tennessee here tonight, as the Volunteers are well represented. And we are getting close to our opening kickoff. Again, if you're just tuning in, originally this match was scheduled for 7 o'clock. The heat conditions in Chattanooga have been 90, 94, 95 plus. And so they decided to move this one whole hour and give the players a little additional shade as the sun begins to go down, the lights are on. The other thing we anticipate having a lot of this evening, of course, would be water breaks. So normally you would expect to see one at about the 15-minute mark of a first half. We don't know when we'll see them tonight, but we're quite certain that we will see them tonight. So the Tennessee Force will start with the ball on their foot. A club that has won 2 matches, the previous 2 losing their first one of the season. In some ways, this match tonight, the outcome could determine who would be the 3 seed and who would be the 4 seed moving into the playoffs. I think most people would agree right now that the 4 seeds are locked up. Certainly Nashville and Alabama could already plan on either traveling to Nashville or where Alabama would host the playoffs. And then the Tennessee Force in Chattanooga FC would battle for those 2 remaining spots, with North Alabama now having lost 5 consecutive matches. Chattanooga with possession at mid-pitch. And how much of this match tonight will be about patience, as Aguilar has it on her right foot and sends it back. Anna Latner, who got the start tonight. The defender had it momentarily as Chattanooga continues to play out of the triangle and looks for a build-up. And we'll have a throw in here along the sidelines. Now, we saw Caroline Johnson in goal just the other night. Over the weekend on Saturday, she was forced into play. Abby Sadler got the start in goal and then was taken out of the game on a fairly competitive collision in the box. And so with precautions, she would not be starting tonight. And we don't know when we will see her again. And Caroline Johnson has clearly had the most consistent play. Not only that, but the coach, Randy Douglas, would tell you that she is a player that has churned in consistent practices night after night. Throw in down the line to Megan Carroll. Carroll in the corner, unable to hold on to possession. So Caroline Johnson with the kick here in the box. And we can expect Chattanooga tonight to build up slowly and wait for a breakdown defensively. Over the top here, intercepted and held in. Brindley momentarily with it. And out of play. We briefly mentioned in our keys to the match tonight, substitutions. Not only will we see the water breaks tonight, but you would expect to see substitutions around the 15-minute mark as well. And who will handle this heat tonight remains to be seen. At least who handles it the best. Aguilar put it under her foot, plays it back. And that one will sail into the stands. I want to remind everybody in Chattanooga that their chance to get the Chattanooga Football Club license plate is still available. Be sure to go online to the Chattanooga Football Club's website, and you can see the license plate there. And if you will follow all of the links and register, you too will have an opportunity to put a license plate on the back of your car that is emblematic of the Chattanooga Football Club. That's Reaney on the far side, just not able to find anything. Reversing it back to the keeper and trying to work on the wide side here. Nice touch and go there momentarily by Olivia Stott. Forward to Brindley. Going to stop and play. Sending it long and over the top of the defense. Momentarily, Sierra Rutan holds it in. This is a club that is coached by Randy Douglas, who feels like they are getting better match by match. Aguilar chasing it down. He just feels like that this club has really improved, is starting to play well together as they build that team chemistry. And we've talked about the formations in this league before. A lot of these clubs come in and they play pretty much some fundamental basic formations, typically a little bit more conservative, a little bit more possession oriented as they look for the breakout here, and that's broken up at mid-pitch. Handled nicely there by Catlett. And you do these things because these players come together for a very short period of time. And it's hard to really develop anything too complex out of that. Sometimes the idea of just keeping it simple turns out to be the best philosophy. Chattanooga starting to press a little bit, bringing those defenders up. Aguilar, the target here, along with Burrell. Aguilar wears the familiar number 7. You can see her there, bottom of your screen, wiping off some of the sweat. That is sure to flow here tonight. Nods it to herself, continues to maintain possession, draws a double mark. Burrell now pushed off, and the Force regained possession here. Looking to build something offensively for themselves. Nelson sending it ahead and down the line, out of play. Olivia Stott could not keep up with it. And so the throw in will come backwards. Looked to go up line with it. There was nothing there. Sent it back to the keep. And then a clear out. Tennessee Force pressing here. Aguilar. Again, back to Catlett. Catlett with the one touch. dribbles forward. Long toss to the far side. Playing pitch wide here. Natalie Villalobos back in the lineup after having to sit out the last match because of a red card in the previous match. Lantner tries to roll it forward. Intercepted there. And then some aggressive play and a foul. This is Pela, who will stand over momentarily. Out of the set, as we are 8.5 minutes into the first half here. Right-footed drive. This one carries into the box. Plenty of room. And missing to the right on the header. As the Tennessee Force gets a pretty good opportunity there. They fire it over the defense. And there was an opportunity there. We'll watch right here on the replay. Watch this. Long toss. 3 breaking towards. The header not there by Murphy. So really the best opportunity of the night between these two clubs. And it comes after the foul. This women's team for Chattanooga has another match next Friday night. And of course you can see their entire schedule and all of their outcomes by going to their website and following the women's club is made easy on that website, as well as the men's club. As this one gets out of play. Aguilar. Boy, Latner has really had the ball in her foot tonight. And she is so active for this club. Catlett there, trying to win the ball. Nodded forward as Chattanooga continues to push the offensive theme here. As we near the 11-minute mark here. So 11 minutes in after the Crystal Air kickoff tonight. Again, that kickoff at 8 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. Crystal Air serving the Southeast since 1998, offering private charter and dedicated routes, aircraft management, flight instruction. Crystal Air, committed to providing quality aviation services that fit your individual needs. A long run to the far side, and that ball will end up out. So the Tennessee Force now going to try to clear this one out if they can. Chattanooga momentarily had the numbers as a foul will stop play. Well, you can see that these two clubs are being cautious with each other here tonight. Playing mainly with wide sets. Or wide attacks, rather, and counters. We haven't seen a lot of central play yet. As this one gets into the defensive side of the Chattanooga Football Club. And a nice defensive job in the corner to keep the offense off the ball and win an opportunity to clear it out here. Chattanooga this year, a 5-1 loss to Nashville, a 3-0 loss to Alabama FC. Those two teams have met twice. Alabama FC, again, that 3-0, and then the 2-1 win. And the win this year for Chattanooga, 2-1 against North Alabama. So it's been pretty strong competition so far for the Chattanooga Football Club, as they have faced pretty much the top of the ladder. Burrell here trying to steal. And the force missing on the through ball. And Lantner again in pursuit. Back to the goalkeeper. This is Averett now. Avery Catlett, just clearing it down. And here is an opportunity, 2-on-2. Something in the middle here. This is Burrell, and she has it nudged away at the last moment, but it's held in there by Marquez. And that shot bothered the goaltender. At the 14-10 mark. Let's go ahead and see how close this one was. Long strike from distance here. Big carry and an excellent leap and a knockaway. Almost, you think that she was thinking about maybe two-fisting that one away, but ended up with just one hand in the air. Keeping a clean sheet for both sides. So both these goaltenders now have had to deal with something close. The service, the header, and that one is pushed to the far bar and out. So a long strike from distance, and then the corner set. As these teams begin to heat up a little bit offensively. Keeping it on the ground, it's picked off there. Boy, just trying to get that ball out. And Chattanooga nearly with the intercept. And what would have been a quick race to the goal by Burrell. We mentioned that she is just so talented. And you know they want to get some outstanding offensive play out of her. Got our first change of the night, and there you see it. As Bowl will come in. And as we expected, right around the 15-minute mark, as these things begin to happen. Question is now is when will there be a water break? Aguilar from distance, and this one pushes the goalkeeper to the far bar. And off the post, she keeps it from getting there. So a nice dive and a nice grab. And in the last couple of minutes, the goalkeeper has gotten her hands busy here. Addison Yelton having to chase down another one. When you think about substitutions tonight, there's an additional 7 players available this evening for the Tennessee Force. There are 11 tonight for Chattanooga. And these benches couldn't be more happier about the start time tonight. If you think back to playing at 7 o'clock, the sun has yet to go down, and the sun just beats on those benches. So the conditions probably quite a bit more comfortable. Here's a pitch to the wide side. Quick toss. And a free run momentarily. The sliding tackle. Latner catches up. And now she's bumped off the ball as it returns, the physical return by Maria Nelson. Boy, Nelson felt like she had a breakaway, and Latner just caught up and managed to turn the tide. Now on that far side, Hansford. We talked about how dangerous she can be already with the goal this year. Lost control on that far side. I'll say this for the goalkeepers tonight, dealing with a couple of different aerial balls. Throwing it in, Katz. Kept it on the short corner, and this one's booted into the stands. Laban Refree, the head coach for the Tennessee Force. Randy Douglas on the other side for Chattanooga FC. As Chattanooga breaks out and builds up. A little bit of an opportunity on the far side and defended backwards. And now Chattanooga continues. This is Burrell on that far side. She gets away. Burrell with an opportunity to send it across into the box. And collected there. Yelton one more time. So Burrell breaking away there momentarily. Boy, she was really tied up. Didn't think she was going to be able to get free, and she found a way to get out of that and create an opportunity. Hansford had it on her foot momentarily. And Villalobos on that far side. This one down the line. Some room here. The through ball misses, but there to clean it up and send it in, and it hits the post. On that far post, Marie Nelson just misses an opportunity to put her club up 1-0 here at the 20.5-minute mark of the first half. So a corner kick for Cats now. Tennessee Force so far has been good off their sets here tonight. Cats with the service and pushed away. Nicely done by Avery Catlett. But Chattanooga still having to defend here. Catlett. Caroline Johnson staying close to that post on the near side here. As the throw-in will come. Catlett nods it away. Tennessee Force continues to press. Here's an opportunity in the box, and this one rolled far left. Trying to just pick that corner was Murphy, and she didn't make great contact with it. Johnson sends it on her way. Boy, their first play defensively has been wide left or right, and then a quick pass down the pitch. That has been how Chattanooga tonight has began their counters, if you will, or their build-ups. As this one is sent to mid-pitch, here's an opportunity now. Latner catches up, though. 4 still with some numbers here, though. They've got 4 in the attacking third. And Latner, one more time. Well, we've had the one marksman substitution from Marksman Jord, and that has been it so far. Scoreless, coming up on 24 minutes in this match. Caroline Johnson with a long boot. Tennessee force from the Knoxville area. So this was a quick drive down here this evening. First match between these two. As Catlett sends it back again. Latner here. Latner with a deep drive down that far side. Aguilar has it. Aguilar gonna have to do something here with it. Keeping it wide. Trying to find some room to send in a crosser. Instead, it's nudged away. But it's Marquez and Aguilar on that side, and the two of them so good together as a combination. Attempted crossers deflected away. And it looks like, could this be our first water break of the night? At 25:34. It looks like these officials are going to halt the action, so we will have HHM certified public accounting stoppage time. Get the full support your business deserves. Go online today and start your conversation with a trusted and certified accountant. While they will break here in a scoreless first match, we'll take a pause too and come back with more of our action from Chattanooga after this timeout.
We are more than just a football club. We are a family. And for more than 13 years, we have represented this family on the pitch. But our work doesn't stop there. We are working to build a more whole, healthy, bright, and beautiful Chattanooga. And when you purchase this license plate, you help support everything that makes us great. We are Operation Get Active. We are Chattanooga Sports Ministries. We are the Chattanooga Football Club Academy. We are Strong Her. We are Highland Park Commons. We are the Chattanooga Football League. We are the foundation of the Chattanooga Football Club. And when you represent CFC, you represent us.
And there you see the clock now running at 25:40. They stopped it at 25:40, so we have no stoppage time that will be added. The water breaks come free of charge in this match. We will be having some changes here coming up momentarily, as Chattanooga appears to be ready to substitute for the second time in this match. They've already done it one time. They did that at about 15 minutes. The Force have yet to think about it. In the box, this one cleared out. An opportunity there. It was momentarily, but Chattanooga continues to look for a spot where they can free somebody up. The Force looking long. Instead, they have it turned away, and they've given it up. Long run to the corner, and that one will continue to carry out. We've not had any offside so far here in this first half. Alexa Avery's going to check in. Also checking in for Chattanooga is Demarius Gaines. We've seen her, a goalkeeper, a goal scorer, I should say, previously. One goal on the season for her. Looks like Burrell is going to check out. And along with Burrell, as Chattanooga continues to press here, will be Kaylee Carpenter checking out this one from about 50 yards out. Missing clearly to the left. I will tell you that at the half, we will have stats from the first half of this match as the competition continues here in the pitch. Chattanooga trying to win the ball here. Tennessee Force has turned it around. Here's a run. A couple of touches forward, and now into the attacking third with some room on that far side. Here's the shot, and it carries in on the far post on the breakaway. The Tennessee Force have added to their fortunes here tonight as they take the lead 1-0. Boy, just a speed game as you get to watch right here. Nothing too tricky. Just carrying it in on that far side. Allison Hansford, her second goal of the season now. Boy, Allison Hansford, you just thought maybe she was going to have to look for a crosser, and instead, she makes it 1-0. Time now for Chattanooga to counter here. As they look for another opportunity. Well, we talked about those wide attacks here tonight. Sure enough, that's how the Force capitalized in this one. So Chattanooga made the first substitutions. Tennessee Force scoring the first goal. 1-0 here in the first half. We've had one water break. Other than that, a couple of opportunities by both clubs, and it's been quiet. Now, there was a reason why we had Hansford kind of marked at the start of the broadcast as a player to watch. She is a Liberty University commit. She'll be there in the fall. As we get the first substitution of the match now, as Addie Smith will come in, the midfielder. And there will be two more changes here. You can see the next substitution coming in. That's Olivia Stott coming back in. Hansford just up the road playing her high school soccer at McMinn County. She's not the only one. There's a few on this club that are from that area. Rachel Reed also coming in now. Reed, one of the few players on this club with a yellow card. Got a birthday coming up. July 6th will be her birthday. At East Tennessee last year, played in just 4 matches. And she will try to anchor some of the defense here. Toss towards the middle. Aguilar. Wide side. And here's the crosser. Nudged away. Fired back out. And the header to keep it in play in the attacking third. Aguilar was breaking to her right, and that ball came to her left. Nothing she could do there to handle it. Abby Kolarek had it momentarily. There's Addie Smith at midfield with it. Now the first goal coming at about 31 minutes here in the first match. So we are almost 5 minutes away from the first tally of tonight. Aguilar. This is Latner. She has the captain's band on tonight. Clark will keep it in with the chest. The Tennessee Force will move to the farther side of the field. Well, the drums remain strong here at the fort tonight. There is a hearty crowd out here this evening. I dare say in most other cities, I don't know if you would get this kind of attendance on an evening like tonight. Chattanooga down the line trying to defend. This one is sent wide left. Clark with a kick off that post. And just missing outside. It looked like Caroline Johnson had a pretty good bead on it. Looked like she would have kept it out one way or the other. And we can see how close it is on the replay here. Left-footed kick. And momentarily, it looked like Caroline Johnson was thinking about cheating back more towards center. Again, this is a match between teams that are number 3 and number 4 in this 5-team league. Of the 5 teams, 4 will enter into the playoffs. The best team, the number 1 team, will get the overall seed, and they will also host all the matches. Gaines can't hold on. Another substitution now, as Addie Gamache will come in on this Markman Jewelers substitution. Markman Jewelers, would you trust anybody else here in Chattanooga with all of your jewelry needs? And the answer should be no. Here's a breakthrough. This is going to be one-on-one. Tennessee Force leading 1-0, and it's broken up. Caroline Johnson back on her feet, sent in. Far post for the goal. Once again, the Force managed to get behind the defense as they get their second one of the night. Watch it here. Getting in behind the defender. Caroline Johnson comes out. First stop is good. And this is a fantastic job by the goal scorer to get her feet back underneath her. And that might have been Olivia Stott. If so, that would have been her 3rd of the year. So the 2 of their top goal scorers have scored now in this match and have taken the early 2-0 lead here. We'll get official confirmation here on the goal scorer pretty soon. Chattanooga now has quite a hill to climb here. Well, a possession team too. That makes it challenging as the Tennessee Force try again to play behind the defense. And this time not able to break anybody through. Aguilar on the run. Tackled there and remains down. And they will attend to her. Chattanooga trying to press on the ball here. Broken up on the far side. And the Force will throw in. Up the line here. Deep drive. You can just see Tennessee Force backing up, putting 5 on the line defensively as they look for another breakout here. There's a nice touch, the through ball, another opportunity. Caroline Johnson all the way out, and she makes the stop. Caroline Johnson coming out to about 44 yards away from the goal, at the arc and beyond. And watch again as she is forced to come out. And now it is the Force who need to defend. Now that is starting to become an issue here, is getting behind the defense. And we had mentioned that this was another club that had Division I players in the Tennessee Force, although many of them still at the high school level have not gotten there yet. But then there are several who have already played a couple of years at Division I level. Aguilar in the corner. Can she hold on to it? She can't. Next substitution will be now for the Force. Bauer will come in. Bauer, one of the few players here this evening on either roster with some international experience. She's from Germany. Aguilar looks like she's going to come out and get a break. There will be a couple of substitutions. Vanessa Lara is going to come in now. We'll get these up on the screen just as soon as we can for you. Well, we mentioned top goal scorers. Bauer, who has just checked in. She has 2 on the year as well. Hurtado in the corner. And then looked like that was Ball there. Hurtado then will make way for Alexa Avery. Avery with the ball on the side. And this one is easily handled by the keeper. Addison Yelton has been able to settle in and be kind of comfortable for the Tennessee force. And what may make things even more comfortable is that 2-0 lead. Although it can be said, and there's room for an argument, that that is the worst lead rather in this sport. Sometimes you have a tendency to play back a little too much, and you allow or can allow teams to get back in on the match. As we are headed towards the last couple of minutes here in this first half. Well, it started promising for Chattanooga, kind of keeping the score sheet clean on both sides, primarily for them, as we talk about what they wanted to accomplish. And then goals at 31 and in about 37 minutes. You know, in their game against Alabama, they allowed a goal right around that 30-minute mark. More, maybe, as I recall, 29 minutes. Here's another drive that is high and wide. I want to remind everybody, go online tonight. For those of you that are in the Chattanooga market, go to the website, the Chattanooga Football Club website, and there you will see the opportunity to get a Chattanooga Football Club license plate issued by the state of Tennessee. You can register and you can be put in the queue for that plate. Lost. Quick counterattack here. On that far side. Quite the battle there. Sent back and intercepted there on the return by Rachel Reed. They've added 3 minutes. Additional 3 minutes being brought to you by HHM Certified Public Accounting. Get the full support your business deserves. Go online today and start your conversation with a trusted and certified accountant. Well, Chattanooga's got some accounting to do here. It's pretty easy to see they are down 2-0 here in the first half. So we will play from 45 minutes to 48 minutes. And we would not expect the force here to be in a hurry to do too much other than to clear. Hurtado to throw in. Chattanooga trying to create some offense here. Pushed away, kept in. Long drive. Up and over. Well, you can never tell from that distance if that ball is going to dip or not on the goalie. You can't give up at any time, and Addison Yelton kept their eyes on it the entire way. Here at the stadium, they stopped the clock at 45 minutes. On your screen, we continue to run it for you. And we will run it out with those additional 3 minutes added on. Everybody else here at the stadium has to pull out their cell phone and start their stopwatch. Chattanooga trying to press the ball. This is Gaines now chasing, and the force clear. Caroline Johnson will come out and play this one. All the way back to the mid-pitch, right there at the center circle. The force. Already up 2-0, looking for a third opportunity here. Deflected away, held in. Kolaric. And a whistle and a stop. So another foul. We were mentioning Bauer from Germany. She plays at East Tennessee State. She's a sophomore there. She's had some reps with the German national youth level teams. Just to finish the CV on her, Pela sends it. This one has not been cleared yet. Still dangerous. As the Force already up 2-0 in the corner with it. Quite the battle. And Chattanooga, I believe, has won the ball here. That was Rachel Reed, who was trying to make something happen offensively. And we have reached the end of the first half. Goals at 31 and 37 minutes by Hansford and Stott have given the Force the 2-0 lead. We'll rejoin in a moment. And welcome back to our live coverage of Chattanooga football as they take on the Tennessee Force from up in the Knoxville area right here in the WPSL League. And you can see Tennessee Force with a score of 2-0. We've got good news for Allison Hansford, bad news for Olivia Stott, both players for the Tennessee Force. Allison Hansford with both the goals here this evening, misidentifying Olivia Stott with one. It is Hansford that has a pair now. She has scored on an angle, and she has scored on a breakaway, and she now has goals 2 and 3 on the year. So let's get you to the remaining stats from the first half here at the Fort and Finley Stadium. And there you can see on the right side the Force, on the left side the Chattanooga Football Club. You can see the 5-4 shot margin tonight for the Force, each team with 3 on goal, and it's been a fairly clean match so far. Just the 3 fouls by Chattanooga. Nobody with a yellow, nobody with a red, and as we mentioned earlier, the flag has stayed down for both teams offensively tonight, as there have been no offsides and just the one corner kick there that you can see for Chattanooga. So for Chattanooga, some work to do, trailing 2-0 here against the Tennessee Force. And we talked about these two clubs as we draw closer to the playoffs, sitting number 3 and 4 in the standings. The Tennessee Force winning 2 of their last 3. They lost their opening match, have gone on a run since then. They have 6 points this year. Chattanooga with a 3-point win and then 3 losses, including the last 2 in a row. At the top of the standings, the Nashville Rhythm and also Alabama FC. Those 2 clubs each with 10 points. So those clubs are going to vie for that number 1 overall seed down the stretch, and who knows, the Tennessee Force, if they were to hold out here tonight and get the win, they might find themselves in a position where they could press for that. The Force had the ball to start the first, they defend the second, and they quickly intercept the return, and will take control here. First half for Chattanooga. Too much space on that back line, allowing the breakthroughs and the good looks by the Tennessee Force, and also struggling a little bit in the final third with their passing on the offensive side. They'll have to clean that up if they expect to make this a contest tonight. Just kind of recapping the first half, in addition to the goals at 31 and in about 37 minutes, we had a water break. We had substitutions starting at 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes. And we anticipate another water break here as Chattanooga on the through ball with an opportunity on the press. This is Burrell. Burrell left side in on goal, and that one is collected there. First attempt here in the second half, and Yelton scoops it up for the Force. Well, we may be talking about that one again a little bit later. We were saying we expect to have another water break here. This match was originally scheduled to start at 8, or 7 rather, and we pushed it back to 8. Watch right here. That is a goal from the first half by Hansford, one of her 2. And Chattanooga nearly closing to within a goal on their last attempt. Well, we commented that that 2-0 lead can be risky. You fall back, you play just defense, you lose that assertiveness, and you allow the other team to get back in it as they become more aggressive. And certainly playing defense is more tiring than playing offense, as Chattanooga One-touch pass here. And another one to the left side. Villalobos returns it back. Chattanooga looking for a forward run here. A deep drive down the pitch and headed out. And so Chattanooga will have a chance to throw it in. So some high tempo play to get it started here in the second half, trailing 2-0. Centered. Played back wide. Villalobos broken up. Aguilera. She's got it. Left foot, right foot. And the cross pitch toss is intercepted. Cleared out to mid-pitch. Chattanooga winning the ball back, however. Pressing again. Villalobos. Centers. Aguilar. Deep strike here. Misses the mark. Long toss, a little too long. Villalobos foots it forward. In the corner. Marquez battled with there. Marquez getting more playing time than it originally anticipated, but her services are needed. Battled away and out of play there. Well, a match ago against Alabama FC, Chattanooga was playing without two of their strongest players. And the roster is full here tonight. Corner kick. Marquez towards the 6. And headed out, but was there a whistle and a foul in the box? There was. Aguilar. She'll kick from the corner on the far side. Off the set. The service is on the roof. So a couple of opportunities there. Chattanooga comes away empty-handed. Another marksman diamond substitution occurring now. As checking in is Addie Smith, who has a goal on the year. She's a Lee University commit. And another one of those McMinn County products. Midfielder, 1 goal on the year for her. Pressing forward with an opportunity here. 6 in the attacking third. Long drive, left it wide. Watch the deep drive here. This from almost 50 yards out. Addison Yelton not able to get to it as it sails wide. Marquez up high, and the aerial ball is defended and collected there. Chattanooga has heated up here tonight in the second half offensively. Pressing for the ball there. Kaylee Burrell centers it in the box. And right out in front, defended away and cleared out. Chattanooga continues their press here as Hansford sends it back out of play. Our Andy Douglas has his team clicking now. And Laban Rafri, the head coach for the opposition here tonight, the Tennessee Force, watching his girls work pretty hard to protect that 2-0 lead. A run into the corner and the ball goes out. Chattanooga working wide, Villalobos. The return. Marquez couldn't reach it. It comes back center though on a friendly bounce. So Chattanooga will reset here and try to come out. Pitch wide toss to the far side there. As the Force continue to press, there are times when they are tight on that press. There are times when they fall back. Sort of picking their opportunities here. Handled there by Murphy. Rolls it forward. Villalobos kicks it back out. Headed in. A stretch. And a heavy pass. Too far out in front. And Chattanooga will come out of their end with it. No yellow cards, no red cards yet tonight. Our team yellow card summary brought to you by Capperman, White, and McGarvey, providing comprehensive eye care in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the surrounding areas. Coming into this match, the Force as a team had 2 yellows and no reds. This ball played into the corner and played away. For Chattanooga on the season, 1 red card, make that 2 red cards, and 3 yellows. We've mentioned Villalobos. She had the red card most recently and was unavailable in the last match for Chattanooga. It's good to see her back in there. Chattanooga on the run forward. Marquez on the left side. Fakes left, moves right, sends it in. It's in the box. Yelton comes out and cleans it up. Trying to connect on that through ball. Just a little heavy-footed on that one. And Kaylee Carpenter was unable to catch up to it. Chattanooga will reorganize and try again here. Sent to the side and out of play. And again, this is kind of what we saw in that first half, just not connecting on that final third of their passing. Burrell presses. Sent forward. Chattanooga turns it over. Marquez centers it. Latner closing in, trying to get in a position where she can cross it. Sends a long one over the top and out. Chattanooga with some ground to make up, and they've been aggressive here as we get to 56:30 played. We had 3 additional HHM minutes in the first half. And here is another breakaway behind the defense. And Avery Catlin catches up, wins the ball, and Chattanooga will try to counter here. Again tonight for the Tennessee Force, Allison Hansford making it 1-0 and then 2-0. Her pair of goals tonight, giving her 2 and number 3 on the season. This club, Tennessee Force, has 9 goals, or make that 11 goals rather now, on the season. Here on the near side with it momentarily, Katz trying to find some room, and she does. Here's another shot on goal, and this one is up and in. Oh, and just like that, on the right side, finding a little bit of room, Brindley Murphy. Murphy makes it 3-0. Watch here. There's the long send. Murphy catches up once again behind the defense and fires it high and gets it in the corner. So Murphy, her second goal of the season. And while the Force offense here in the second half hasn't been too aggressive, it's been very opportunistic. Murphy, she was sort of the talk up here in the press box before the start of the match. Collegiately playing at the University of South Carolina, going to be a senior this fall. She really did come in with just a ton of quality experience. And she figured out how to get behind the defense, trying to escape and find some room of her own. Kaylee Burrell, she is marked and she loses the ball. But Murphy, just really kind of simple for her. A short run across the field, and then all she had to do was spot the ball correctly. It may have looked like for a moment that the goalkeeper for Chattanooga actually had her hands on the ball momentarily, or had an opportunity. Couldn't see that one deflected in or not off of Caroline Johnson. So 2 goals in the first half, a goal here in the second half for the Tennessee Force, as they are in control and looking for their 3rd consecutive win. Aguilar stretched out for it, couldn't handle it. Limited numbers here on the counter. Catching up, there's 3 at mid-pitch. There's 1 further down. Looking for a through ball, instead sends it down the line into the corner. There'll be a race, and Allison Hansford, who already has 2 goals tonight, couldn't catch up to it. It was, however, last touched and now controlled. Katz, stoppage of play. For the first time tonight, we've got an offsides. There'll be a substitution now, another Markman's Jeweler substitution. Looks like Avery Catlett is going to come out. Her night could be done here at 61 minutes. A little bit of work here for Chattanooga now. You never know in this game. Substitutions, yellow cards, red cards, maybe a mistake here or there. You could find yourself back in the match. It certainly is a long way to go. Probable? No. Impossible? No. So a 2-0 lead is now 3-0. Again in the first half, Hansford with a pair at 31 and 37 minutes roughly. And then Brindley Murphy Makes it 3-0 at the 57-55 mark. And we are now 62 minutes into this match. Murphy, nice job there to get away from the defender. Long send off the mark. Well, LeBron Referee has to be happy with his team's effort here tonight, as he has begun to warm up his entire club, thinking there could be more substitutions to come, knowing now that a fresh-legged defense will be better than anything you could do offensively. They'll have to defend here, and they catch up. Chattanooga looking to break behind that defensive line. They turn the ball over. Chattanooga still looking for that first goal here tonight. Boy, they just had such a good start here to the second half. And things have begun to taper off a little bit ever since allowing that third goal. Flores coming in. Lara coming out. There you see on your screen the substitutions. If you're Chattanooga tonight and you're Randy Douglas, you're searching for an offensive combination and a defensive combination. Coaches have told us in the past, you build from the goalkeeper out. You start with defense, you work on offense. And what is in front tonight for Chattanooga is entirely going to be an offensive effort here tonight. Ball gets through. And chasing momentarily and hoping to catch up, Flores. That one ends up out of play. Corner will come from the near side. The Force marking their players. This one coming in towards the box and headed out nicely. Marquez controls the bounce. Latner. Goalkeeper comes out of position. This one's not cleared yet. Still loose, and finally booted away. Chattanooga with a couple of excellent looks there and just could not find a friendly bounce onto the foot of a goal scorer. So the Chattanooga club so close to their first goal of the night as Villalobos tries to steal and tackle. Instead, she gives up. Murphy with a shot on goal. Johnson with the stop. Best defensive effort of the night. Caroline Johnson had to come out. Murphy had another great look, looking for her second goal of the night, and unable to come away with anything. Another opportunity. Sent in high and out of play. Chattanooga trying to find some magic here. They'll be back in action again on the 24th of this month, hosting the league's best team right now, the Nashville Rhythm. And then they go to take on the Tennessee Force, and then to North Alabama SC. They would find themselves fortunate to pick up a pair of wins or a win and a draw out of those three. That is a tough schedule that faces them the remainder of the way as they try to hold on to at least that number 4 spot in the standings. Great way to keep up with what's happening is to follow the Chattanooga Football Club on their website and to also go to the WPSL website. And you can scroll through to the Southeastern standings and watch what the Chattanooga Football Club is doing. You can watch what all of these clubs in this 5-club league are doing. Almost intercepted at mid-pitch and deflected out of play. There's going to be 3 substitutions. You can see right there. Rachel Reed will come back in. Scott will enter. We mentioned the youth on this team. She's one of them, a rising junior in high school out of Bearden High School. 2 goals on the year. She is an SEC type of caliber player. She is receiving a lot of attention. Chattanooga trying to keep the ball out of harm's way here, and it's pressed hard. And Caroline Johnson has seen enough. She comes out and just boots that away. I think she recognized that there was another opportunity for a breakaway as Addie Smith, the midfielder, was closing rapidly on it. Caroline Johnson, that last line of defense, comes out and clears it away. The throw-in to come. Boy, this is going to be a deliberate toss, and she held on to it too long. Lobos throws it in down the line. Kaylee Burrell gets it across mid-pitch. We've played 69 minutes now. If the Force can hang on tonight, their 3rd consecutive win for Chattanooga, it would be their 3rd straight loss. And it would be their 3rd loss against some very good competition. Trying to get behind the defense here again, and the heavy touch goes long. Another Markman Diamond substitution here at the 70-minute mark. As Marquez will check back in, and we've got a water break. With a score of 3-0 here in the second half after 70 minutes played, each team will get a breather, and we'll take a break, and we'll come back and continue with the second half from Chattanooga.
We are more than just a football club. We are a family. And for more than 13 years, we have represented this family on the pitch. But our work doesn't stop there. We are working to build a more whole, healthy, bright, and beautiful Chattanooga. And when you purchase this license plate, you help support everything that makes us great. We are Operation Get Active. We are Chattanooga Sports Ministries. We are the Chattanooga Football Club Academy. We are Strong Her. We are Highland Park Commons. We are the Chattanooga Football League. We are the foundation of the Chattanooga Football Club. And when you represent CFC, you represent us.
Tough night so far for the Chattanooga Football Club as they trail 3-0 here in the second half. As we are finishing up on our second water break of the night, the first here of the second half. Pair of goals in the first half for the Tennessee Force, both provided by Allison Hansford, her second and third on the season, coming at the 31-minute mark and the 37-minute mark. As you see on your screen, another substitution. And then here in the second half, at the 57-55 mark, Brindley Murphy making it 3-0 on her second goal of the season. Chattanooga has had some opportunities, but they have been turned away from getting anything on the board. As you see the time we have played there on your screen. So Chattanooga will try to organize here in their own end defending and bring it out and build something offensively. To midfield. And it's too far, and it's played back. And held there to come back out with it. There have been some quality chances as Johnson clears with the kick. As she continues to have to come out of that box and make plays at that penalty arc. Realizing now that there's just too much room behind the defense. She's going to have to pitch in tonight. Another chance coming. This one footed, headed, defended, knocked away. Another chance, stopped. A couple of really good looks there for the Force, and Chattanooga's defense up to the task. Well, when Chattanooga can get enough defense there on the box, they're able to defend well. Villalobos out to Aguilar. Getting across midfield. Going wide to the left side. Back to Aguilar, and she's been marked heavily tonight. Just really not a lot of room for her to maneuver and do anything special. Tried to go pitch wide with it, and it's intercepted. This will be a foot race. Another angle here. Looking for the crosser. Sent in and defended off by the goalkeeper. And again, Addie Smith demonstrates her speed on that far side. Wins the race to the ball. Manages to pull up and give her squad a shot. And now they'll have a corner kick. Couple of substitutions now for the Force. Addie Smith is going to come out after that long run. Corner kick headed out. It was low, and Anna Latner got to it first. Still having to defend. Oh, and just over the mouth of the goal and out of play. Chattanooga just trying to soak up this pressure here tonight, and it just coming in waves. Chattanooga sort of had that offensive push to get the second half started, and it has given way now, and the tide has churned. As they realize this could be their third loss in as many matches here tonight. Still, when you think about how far they have come, the development of this program, and there are people that are taking notice in this league, and this Chattanooga club will more than likely only improve. There's a lot of things that, you know, people talk about with Chattanooga. First of all, the attendance here has certainly caught everybody's attention. The fact that this club is one of few that travels by bus as a unit. It's not unusual at this level for teams to travel individually by car. Burrell here, sending it in towards goal. in the diving push away. And that only enhances the opportunity. Those things like that, even though they seem small to other people, those types of things make this an attractive place to come play. Certainly the front office has worked very hard to get this women's program up into an elite level. Still looking for the first goal tonight. Played all the way back. Still looking for that opportunity here. Stepping in front of the pass there to break it up. And now there's going to be a foot race right down the middle in the channel. And winning at least to that ball is Chattanooga. As they are able to keep another shot on goal from occurring. Another Markman's substitution now. As we are 11 minutes away from 90 minutes here tonight. Again, we had 3 extra minutes, HHM extra minutes in the first half. And we will know at the 90-minute mark how many extra minutes we're going to have here in this second and final half. I'll say this, both these clubs have held up well tonight under the weather conditions. As you see, there will be 4 substitutions coming in for Chattanooga. And really the work for tonight's game probably occurred last night. I mean, that's when you really want to take care of your players. You want to make sure that they're getting plenty of liquids. You can see checking in one of the Chattanooga goal scorers from a previous match. Demarius Gaines entering the fray. Also coming in, May Pierce. You know, that 2-0 deficit in the first half was similar to what Chattanooga Football Club faced against Alabama when they were down 2-0 before making the final score 2-1. Gaines. One-footed touch pass to the far side and a quick sprint. Gaines has it back now on her foot. And the takeaway. Held in, however. And then a heavy pass comes out past mid-pitch. You just feel like you're going to have to empty everything right here. And Caroline Johnson's probably going to have to be just well aware that her team is going to commit fully forward just to think about getting on the board. Held in there with the chest. 2 players in the box, 3 in the attacking third. The turn, here's a 4th player now entering the fray, and the long drive is over the top of the goal. Well, they just kept building up and bringing in offensive talent. And then kicking out of play. Go online today to the Chattanooga Football Club. Secure your tickets for the next home match for the women. And also be sure to check out the men's schedule. Packages are available online at the Chattanooga Football Club. Also available online, instructions on how to get the Chattanooga Football Club state official license plate. The crosser's coming. Villalobos with an excellent clear. Played ahead. 50-50 ball. Gaines now comes out after it, and it's just a little too far out in front of her. Not a play. One of those 2 goals in the first half, separated by about 6 minutes. Right around 31 minutes, right around 37 minutes. And then we have not had a goal since the 57-55 mark. A long run in the channel there, and it's kicked away at the end. Substitutions continue here. Less than 7 minutes of regulation time. It is possible that this may seem like a bit of a setback tonight for Chattanooga based on their previous performances. But this is a club that has had to deal with injuries. This is a club that has had to deal with calling players up, getting people involved. Ridley Murphy now checking back in, the goal scorer, or one of the goal scorers rather, for the Tennessee Force. As they control here in the attacking third, looking for a through ball, it's intercepted. A friendly bounce, however, and Katz keeps it alive. Long drive, and this one ends up on top of the roof, and just barely. What a nice strike from a deep distance. And it's, you know, it's balls like that that keep the goalkeeper alert the entirety of the night. You know, some of them, it's sometimes possible to think about distances. How close are they? Where do they normally strike from? What's their tendencies? And tonight for the Force, they've been willing to kick from as far out as 50. And they've also had some shots that have seemed like they've been point blank. Here's one that's going to come in from pretty close. From inside that box area. Not quite in the goal box, but closing in on it. Boy, that one seemed like it was from maybe roughly 18 yards out. Right there, shinned away, still on the feet for the Force, still an opportunity, and finally pushed away. Force sweeping it back in. Gonna have to catch up in the corner here. The crosser, boy, it's too deep of an angle. Just too far down to really make anything effective out of it. So Chattanooga will try to counter out of this. Bit of an overplay here. Villalobos will have to go back to the goalkeeper. Johnson keeps it on the ground here. Chattanooga. Well, it's been a while since they've had a possession like this. What can they do as they go wide? Gaines has moved into a central position, and this one's broken up before it ever got to the sixes. And back out again. 4 defenders back. 3 on the offense trying to push forward. Sarah Rutan will come in now for Chattanooga. After tonight, this will be 5 matches in the books for Chattanooga. And there'll be 3 regular season matches remaining. 1 here at home, 2 on the road. And fortunately for the fans, this is Gaines. We'll finish up that thought in a moment. Spins away, tries to turn and can't completely do it. Still with an opportunity. Blocked there. And then headed over towards the side. Fortunately for the Chattanooga fans, these matches are all going to be within driving distance, going to North Alabama, going to Knoxville to watch them play the Tennessee Force. So an opportunity to see the club at home and to follow them on the road. Gaines tried to move it from one foot to the other, and in the process has it chipped away. Quick run out to mid-pitch. The exchange right there. And Katz. Katz back involved right there. The Force trying to free somebody up behind the defense. Gaines presses the issue defensively. For the Force, they started the season with a 3-0 win over North Alabama. And then beat them again, 8-0, before losing to Nashville 5-3. They've got this match here tonight, and then they've got 4 more after this, playing Alabama FC, then followed by that hosting match against Chattanooga, then Alabama FC again, and then Nashville. So that's a very difficult way to end the season there. Those 2 against Alabama, and that 1 against Nashville. Playing out the remainder of the clock here. Footed forward, Gaines on the give and go, and this one's knocked away. 3 additional minutes, just like the first half. These are the HHM certified public accounting extra minutes. Get the full support your business deserves. Go online today and start your conversation with a trusted and certified accountant. Katz gets away from 1, 2, and then 3 before centering it and then played back. This could be the remainder of the night for the Force. Just reorganizing with it unless they get a great opportunity like this one appears to be developing. Broken up there defensively. Tossed in. And in the attacking third, not very aggressive. Trying to free Gaines on the long toss out. And it's headed and held in. And the flag goes up offsides. Remember, in the first half, we did not have a single instance of offsides. We've seen a few here in the second half. As these 2 clubs, you can see there on our clock, on the screen, will play to about 93 minutes. Now, depending on the seedings at the end of the season, we don't know how things are going to shake out. This could be an opponent that Chattanooga, if they advance into the playoffs, could face earlier or later in that round. It's going to be a tough way to play, though. You're going to have to get through Nashville. You're going to have to get through Alabama FC, and the Force are going to be right there. It's going to be an interesting season-ending run between the Force, the Rhythm, and Alabama FC to send out who ends up 1, 2, and 3 in the Southeastern. A dodgy move there to get away from the defender and then deflected back out. Chattanooga pressing.